everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Sophie Shamrazadi. This week we will be highlighting important events happening right here in our community. By next spring, a 6-foot-tall sculpture spelling out the phrase "Be You" could be featured artwork in a new plaza under construction in downtown St. Charles. Aldermen on the St. Charles City Council's Government Operations Committee on Monday unanimously voted to move forward with the concept. The sculpture, which will be made entirely of recycled plastic, will be placed in the new East Plaza/Riverwalk under construction as part of the First Street project. Representatives from the St. Charles Business Alliance talked to aldermen about plans for the sculpture. The alliance has already received support from the St. Charles Arts Council for the sculpture. As Alliance Marketing Manager Alyssa Fulner told aldermen, the alliance has been working with Chicago-based artist Matthew Hoffman, an artist known for positive/inspirational art installations. Several years ago, Hoffman started a project called You Are Beautiful. According to his website, that message has reached every corner of the globe, with more than 5 million stickers stating that phrase shared by the community. The Be You sculpture is 7 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and 3 feet deep, and it will weigh more than 1,500 pounds. A Batavia juvenile faces charges for possessing explosives following a multi-agency investigation including the FBI, the Batavia Police Department, the Kane County Bomb Squad, the Kane County Major Crimes Task Force, the FBI and U.S. Postal Service inspectors, and the Kane County State's Attorney Office were all involved in the investigation that led to charges filed Friday, November 29th. Authorities recently received information that a juvenile had possession of potentially explosive materials. Further investigation led to the charges. Batavia Chief of Police Dan Ewell said any potential danger ended when the arrest was made. The juvenile is presently in custody at the Kane County Center Juvenile Justice Center. Illinois' Juvenile Court Act prohibits the release of more specific information, including but not limited to the juvenile's identity. Kane County State's Attorney Joe McMahon thanked all of the agencies involved in the case. The charges against the juvenile are not proof of guilt. The juvenile is presumed innocent and is entitled to a fair trial in which it is the state's burden to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Now let's go to the park bench.
Hello, I'm Kelly Hauge, Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Batavia Park District, and welcome to the Park Bench. Today I'm bringing you news from the Caterer's Kitchen in the Eastside Community Center, which is home to our adult variety and youth variety cooking classes. The Batavia Park Board voted at the November 19th meeting to place a $27.1 million bond referendum on the March 17th, 2020 ballot to finance the construction of a roughly 65,100 square foot recreational facility. The Indoor Activity Center would include an 8-lane swimming pool, a large turf playing field, a multi-activity court gymnasium, an indoor walking running track, a wellness area for group fitness and cardio, and multi-purpose rooms. While a location has not been announced, it will be shared with the public in the coming weeks. Bookmark bataviaparks.org/2020-referendum for more information soon. As it begins to get colder and darker each day, you might be looking for some activities to get out of the house and stay active this season. The Winter 2020 Fun Guide is available online at bataviaparks.org and will be delivered to residents soon. Throughout the guide, you will find interactive activity questions to prompt you to reflect and discover your piece of the puzzle. Be sure to check out new programs and events such as active adult cooking classes, wine and yoga, personal training, nutritional counseling, and plenty of youth variety classes. The Batavia Park District website also has a new feel. If you haven't visited the website in a while, you'll be in for a treat. All the great information you need is still right there, and you'll get an even more user-friendly experience. Visit bataviaparks.org to explore it all. If you're looking for a gift that will be the perfect fit for anyone on your list, to give a Batavia Park District gift card. These can be used for our programs, events, and the quarry. Stop by the Civic Center or Eastside Community Center to get yours today. We also have these ornaments in honor of the Park District's 50th anniversary. You can pick up an ornament to hang on your tree at the Civic Center or the Depot Museum. They are just $12. And finally, just a friendly reminder that the Batavia Park District front offices will be closed Monday, December 23rd through Wednesday, January 1st in observation of the Christmas and New Year's holidays. On behalf of the Park District, we hope that everyone has a wonderful holiday season with family and friends. We'll see you next year.
If you regularly use a parking garage, be prepared for the possibility of paying a little more after the first of the year. Starting January 1st, parking area operators in the state of Illinois will be required to register with the Illinois Department of Revenue and begin collecting tax on the rental of parking spaces. The state wants to ensure that parking area operators are aware of their responsibility to ensure compliance with the new registration and tax requirements. Revenue from this new program will go to rebuilding the state's infrastructure and building a stronger economy. Parking area operators can include those who rent spaces for parking or storing vehicles or provide valet services for a fee. There are exemptions for parking areas owned and operated by government entities or by hospitals for employees, residential off-street parking that is part of a lease agreement, or those renting fewer than 4 spots. Revenue from the new requirements will go to the vertical projects, like universities, early childhood centers, and state facilities as part of the state's Rebuild Illinois capital plan. The plan will invest $45 billion in critical infrastructure projects all over the state and is projected to create 540,000 jobs over the life of the plan. The tax is 9% on spaces that are rented by the month or by the year, and 6% for spaces that are paid on an hour, daily, or weekly basis. The article said there is no tax on public spaces with on-street meters, nor parking lots and garages operated by cities, the federal government, state universities, countries, and other units of local government. Parking operators can register today with IDOR by visiting mytax.illinois.gov. An Elburn man was charged on Thanksgiving Day with driving under the influence of alcohol after the Chevy Traverse he was driving knocked over a utility pole in a crash that also injured his children. Brian Richard DeVerse, 47, of the 600 block of Ridge Drive, Elburn, was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol and failing to reduce speed to avoid an accident. DeVoust had a blood alcohol content of .299. The legal limit in Illinois is .08. The crash happened at 9:21 p.m. on November 28th after DeVoust was leaving the Larson Christmas Lights show on Beath Road, according to the closure of the show. DeVerse was driving east on Beath Road when he hit a utility pole, bringing the power lines onto the road. Following the crash, DeVerse and the 5 other people in the vehicle were taken to an area hospital. He told police that he had taken his family to the Larson Christmas Lights show and that they were headed home from the show when another vehicle approached them heading west on Beath. DeVos said that he thought the other vehicle was in his lane of traffic, so he dipped to the right, went off the road, and struck the utility pole. The police officer then asked DeVoust if he could describe the vehicle that had been in his lane, and DeVoust did not respond. The officer said that the report that he smelled of alcohol and that his eyes were bloodshot, watery, and glassy, and that his speech was slurred. DeVos told the officer that he had 5 cocktails before and during his Thanksgiving dinner, and he refused to submit to a portable breath test as well as chemical testing. But hospital results showed that he had a blood alcohol content of .299. Police also found 2 beer cans in the front of the vehicle. The cans had blood prints on them. DeVos had blood on his head and his hands when the police arrived at the scene, and according to an off-duty deputy from the King County Sheriff's Office that had been at the Larson Christmas Lights show, DeVos was driving aggressively when he entered and exited the show. It's time to check it out with Patricia Leonard.
Hello, I'm Patricia Leonard, Promotional Services Manager at the Batavia Public Library. Keep quality family time at the top of your holiday to-do list with free and festive events for all ages at the library this month. Among our special offerings are holiday story times, drop-in crafts, games, and concerts. Our Storytime specials will be drop-in programs, so no registration is required. At 2 p.m. on December 15th, families can experience improv at the library when the actors of Storytown Improv present Holiday Antics. The actors will use your suggestions and ideas to create and act out stories. Your kids will design the setting and help shape the story, and the actors and musicians will bring it to life. No registration is needed. Doors to the Founders Room will open at 1:45. Sundays on Stage return to the library on Sunday, December 8th at 2 p.m. with Under the Mistletoe. Make the season bright with Matt and Cynthia Gruel in this holiday cabaret. This joyful and nostalgic one-hour cabaret features the festive stories behind the music. It's sure to get you in the holiday spirit. Please register for this concert online at bataviapubliclibrary.org or call the reference desk 630-879-1393, extension 200. Check our website at bataviapubliclibrary.org for these and many other events coming in December. From all of us at the Batavia Public Library, we would like to wish you and yours a happy holiday season.
First, it was seasonal ties, then seasonal bows, and now seasonal wraps, playing December 6th through 15th in St. Charles. WD Productions presents a new collection of 6 short plays that takes place on Christmas and the winter holidays and looks at them from different perspectives. Each play tells a different story, and elements from the first 5 get wrapped together in the finale. Seasonal Wraps blends light comedy, dark comedy, and drama to put on a unique spin on the season. The production was written, produced, and directed by Debbie Dennison and Carl Zielter. Seasonal Wraps is comprised of The Right Way, written and directed by Dennison, which deals with a retail customer who surprisingly discovers it's not annoying to exchange a gift the day after Christmas. The second play of the night is Nine Toes, written and directed by Zielter, which takes a look at how sometimes even the naughty get surprise presents during the holiday season. Rat Man, co-directed and co-written by Dennison and Zielter, focuses on the holiday hero Rat Man and how he has a lot to contend with this Christmas. Christmas Wrapping, written and directed by Zielter, looks at overzealous TV talk show hosts greeting a variety of guests on their Christmas-themed episode. Seasonal Rivalry, written and directed by Dennison, casts an eye on 2 estranged sisters who hash out their differences after one arrives unexpectedly during Thanksgiving dinner. The show's finale is That's a Wrap, co-directed and co-written by Dennison and Zielter, and featuring the entire cast. The saga of Ratman concludes with all 5 plays wrapped together in WT Productions' traditional seasonal style. The play is rated PG-13 because of content and language. The show is located at Vera Voce Theater at 3755 East Main Street on Route 64, Suite 158, St. Charles, at 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday and 3 p.m. Sunday. The show costs $17 for adults and $14 for seniors and students, and tickets can be found at www.wtproductions2.weebly.com. The Trump administration is about to impose new regulations that would tighten eligibility rules for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps, in a way state officials say could cut off benefits for an estimated 140,000 Illinoisans. The new rules apply to a category of SNAP recipients ages 18 to 59 known as able-bodied adults without dependents, or ABAWDS. Currently, who meet the program income eligibility limits are limited to 3 months of benefits during any 36-month period unless they work at least 20 hours a week or are enrolled in a job training program. Those conditions were part of a 1996 welfare reform law passed by the Clinton administration, but the law also allows states to waive the work requirements if the application lives in an area marked by high unemployment or where there is a lack of sufficient jobs. The new rules, which will take effect in April, will tighten the regulations governing those waivers by limiting them to counties with unemployment rates above 6%. It is one of the several changes of SNAP eligibility being implemented or considered by the Trump administration. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, which administers the program, said in a document published Wednesday that about half of all able-bodied adults receiving SNAP live in areas that have received waivers. USDA estimates the rule change will make about 668,000 people nationwide ineligible for SNAP, resulting in an estimated $5.5 billion savings over 5 years. Megan Powers, spokeswoman for the Illinois Department of Human Services, said that about 140,000 people in the state would lose eligibility, although she added the agency has been working to find other ways to extend eligibility to those individuals. Now let's go to my Paramount Production Review. Hello, and welcome back to Paramount Production Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the most enchanting show of the 2019-2020 Paramount season, Beauty and the Beast, which is currently running until January 19th. This take on a Disney classic brings out your inner child with a simple Be Our Guest. At first glance, the atmosphere created by the costuming, lighting, and sets is absolutely spellbinding. The staging is completely gorgeous, made perfect by the phenomenal character work and beautiful vocals. Each actor has tweaked their take on their character to perfection, creating amazing mannerisms and exchanges that feel incredibly real. As for the dancing in the show, it really did take your breath away. From unbelievably synchronized choruses to a completely flawless kick line. This was most prevalent in the show-stopping and well-known number from this tale as old as time, the classic Be Our Guest. It left the audience with chills as crazy lighting effects and stunning costuming made the song as enchanted as the castle it took place in. A very eye-catching aspect of this particular production is in many ways a set can be altered. The set pieces shifted and switched so often it made the castle seem endless and the show impossibly real. One moment that cast a spell on me was the beauty and tale as old as time. Belle's famous dress was utterly gorgeous, and as I watched with bated breath, I could feel so much love. Warmth spread in my chest as I watched Belle and the Beast interact. The chemistry was so right and real. It really did feel like pure love as old as time. So be our guest and see this magical and uplifting show. Thank you for watching. I'm Sophie Sharmazadi, and I'll see you at the theater. Red Hive Market is creating a buzz in downtown Batavia, showcasing one-of-a-kind furniture pieces, artwork, and jewelry and home decor items. Bridget Johnson and husband Tom Freeman of Batavia have taken over the large storefront space at 6 West Wilson Street and turned it into a gallery for local artisans to display and sell their work. Even before its opening Saturday, the new shop has been attracting curious shoppers and generating sales. Johnson is an artisan herself, creating jewelry and artwork repurposed from other items. She also has years of experience hunting down vintage pieces, artwork, and collectibles and co-signing them to local antique stores. Yet the new store is different, with a focus on artistry and activity. The artisans are not investing only their creativity, but their time in the new venture, each making a commitment to help staff the retail shop and give customers the opportunity to meet the makers of the merchandise. With so many vintage, repurposed, and distressed furniture items on display, shoppers are likely to be inspired to do something creative with that old chair, dresser, or cabinet in their basement. The store carries paints, glazes, stencils, waxes, and other products from Dixie Belle Paint Company. Right now, the store feels like Santa's workshop, filled with holiday wreaths, snowman figurines, candy canes, and other unique decorations and signs for the Christmas season. Red Hive Market is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., 7 days a week. The telephone number is 630-326-9016. More information about the store, workshops, and other events is available by visiting facebook.com/redhivemarket. Miracle on 34th Street, a holiday favorite that plays right to the heart, is presented by Albright Community Theater in Batavia weekends through December 15th. In the story, Kris Kringle, an old man in a retirement home, gets a job as a Santa for Macy's. His later claim to be the real Santa spurs Macy's vocational counselor to plot to have Kris shanghaied to Bellevue Psychiatric Hospital, leading to a dramatic court competency hearing. Hilgard directs a large cast of newcomers, including children, along with Albright veterans such as Deneen Collins of Carol Stream, one of the theater's founding members, portraying Mrs. Parker, and Regis Snyder of Batavia as the judge. Tickets are selling quickly, so those planning on seeing the show are advised to get them early. During the play's run, ACT is holding a holiday drive to benefit the Batavia Interfaith Food Pantry and Clothes Closet, asking people to bring donated goods to the theater. In addition to non-perishable foods, household and personal care items are also welcome to help neighbors in need. The show is at 7:30 p.m. on Fridays, 2:30 and 7:30 p.m. on Saturdays, and 2:30 p.m. on Sundays, December 6th through 15th. The show will be performed on the ACT stage, 3rd floor of Batavia Government Center, 100 North Island Avenue, Batavia. And tickets are $20 for adults and $15 for students and senior citizens. Tickets are available at albrighttheater.com or call 630-406-8838. Details at info@albrighttheater.com. And that's all we have for today, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. Most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or on YouTube under the username BATV1017. Be sure to like our Facebook page and stay up to date on the station's current happenings. Thanks again for watching. I'm Sophie Sharmazadi, and that's News to Me.